What if the biggest thing standing between you and the person you want to become isn't failure, fear, or lack of ability? What if it's the permission you're still waiting for from other people? Someone criticizes your dream and suddenly you question it. Someone disapproves of your decision and you start second-guessing yourself. Someone seems more successful or confident and you start comparing yourself to them. Or maybe someone judged you years ago and you're still living as though they had the authority to decide who you are. We say we want freedom, but sometimes we give pieces of that freedom away without realizing it. Welcome to the Innova Evolution Project. Today, let's talk about reclaiming your power. Now, this doesn't mean you should stop caring what other people think. Other people's opinions can be valuable. Sometimes they see something we don't. Sometimes their experience can teach us something. And sometimes they're simply right. The goal isn't to automatically reject other people's opinions. It's to listen, consider what they've said, learn what you can, and then make your own choice. Their opinion becomes information, not authority. You can't control whether people approve of you. You can't guarantee every decision will work out. And you can't control every circumstance life puts in your path. But you can always ask, given what is true right now, what do I choose from here? That question brings your power back. What can I learn? What choices do I have? What will I do next? You may not have chosen your circumstances, but you can still participate in choosing what comes next. And here's where it gets deeper. Sometimes the opinion limiting you isn't someone else's. It's your own. I'm not creative. I'm bad with money. I'm shy. I always procrastinate. I'm just not the kind of person who could do that. Maybe you've struggled with these things before, but there's a difference between I did and I am. You may have procrastinated. That doesn't mean you are a procrastinator. You may have failed. That doesn't mean failure is your identity. Your past can teach you who you've been, but it doesn't get to decide who you become. Sometimes people reinforce those old identities. You've always been the practical one. That's just not you. You've never been interested in that. But you've always been describes the past. It doesn't have to dictate the future. You're allowed to discover new interests, develop new abilities, change your mind, try something new. You don't have to become a completely different person. Keep what still serves you, strengthen what you value, learn what you need to learn, and release what no longer fits. Because sometimes what takes away your agency isn't another person's voice, it's the emotional patterns you've carried for years. Inadequacy says, don't risk it. Anxiety says, something might go wrong. Fear of rejection asks, what if they don't approve? But you can acknowledge those emotions without allowing them to make your decisions. You can feel the fear and still choose. You can hear the criticism and still choose. You can remember your past and still choose. That's what reclaiming your inner power looks like. And if you're working on becoming more emotionally aware and intentional about the life you're creating, I have a free guide called the Emotional Reset and Manifestation Guide. It can help you understand your emotional patterns, reset your mindset, and become more intentional about your manifestation journey. You'll find the link in the description. Because ultimately, this isn't about becoming someone completely different. It's about becoming more fully yourself. You don't need permission from your parents. You don't need permission from your friends. You don't need permission from society. And you don't even need permission from the person you used to be. You have the right to grow. You have the right to evolve. You have the right to become someone your past couldn't have predicted. So ask yourself, what part of my life am I still waiting for someone else to approve? And what would I choose if I stopped waiting for permission? This is the Innova Evolution Project. Keep evolving, keep questioning, keep becoming. Because you don't need permission to become who you choose to be. Again, this is the Innova Evolution Project, and let's continue to evolve.